All right, pay attention to this because there's been a reset. Okay, we're not in the year that we've been told we're in. We don't we don't have the restrictions that we've been told we have. All right, the limitations in technology that we've been told we have. We're not on that timeline that we've been told that we're on. All right, pay attention.
Direct energy weapons. They've been around for a very long time. There was a time.
It's just a magnifying glass. You remember as children, we used to put the magnifying glass, we could burn leaves, we could burn ants, we could burn sticks. But listen to this.
When the magnifying glass was one of the most deadliest weapons on this earth. If you ever come across this weapon, guaranteed, brother, somebody's getting smoked. This weapon was very simple to use, but the results was deadly. All you needed was the rays from the sun, a giant
You see this? They taking out a ship in the middle of the ocean.
magnifying glass, and guaranteed somebody's getting slewed. This is somebody using that same method in modern day times. The heat from the sun would be amplified.
Okay. The heat from the sun would be amplified so much that it can burn, melt stone. Okay? So, again, point is, this is how the reset happens. When they had the world fairs and all these, and they said that they just made all these buildings and all this fabulous architecture, that this was all just made out of some type of wood that would easily burn down and it was never meant to be permanent. All these BS stories that they told you about these big fires around all these major cities, okay? Even little small cities had these fires. And you go look it up. Look up the research of these fires. Look up the World Fair and the fires that follow the World Fair, okay? And especially in major cities, but do not think that it's only limited to major cities, all right? Gary, Indiana, which was a major city, at one point they done burnt it down. They just burnt down another old world building in Gary, Indiana, the Emerson High School building, which was an old world building made primarily of stone, pretty much all stone, marble, things like that. Very, very hard to melt. Regular fires ain't gonna melt that shit. But when you have weapons, when you have technology that you've been keeping away from the public, that you can use on the public, okay, but the public isn't allowed to have access to, then you can paint these type of narratives and make it seem like we're primitive people, and or we come from a primitive people. I would say, like, we came from such primitive people, but yet these people have way better technology than we had. They had way better advancements than we had. Okay, so who's primitive?
Sun would be amplified so much that it would melt solid stone. Oh my diddy. So this is another reason why we see all of these melted ruins all over the world.
Yes. Okay. Now we talk about we've evolved. No, we've devolved. Okay. We've literally gone backwards. That's the problem. Is people are so it's harder to convince people that they've been fooled than it actually is to fool them. So with that said, I'll wrap this video up. Most heightened, never motherfucking frightened. All right. And then we're gonna keep it like that.